Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Cosmo Clash King podcast. Today we've got with us a very special guest. We've got SirRuggie himself from the Arcane Alliance. We've got Magic from Clash King. Ruggie, how are you doing?
Doing well. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, thank you. And Magic, how are you?
It's the weekend. It's feeling good.
Good. That is the right attitude to have. Well, we've got a good little episode lined up today, haven't we, guys? We've got a bit of a deep dive, really. um, kind of into Clash of Clans recruitment, about the alliances, the clans, all of that. We touched on it very briefly last week, and now we're going to go into a little bit more detail. So, Ruggie, let's kick off with you. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, what you've been up to, what you do? Bit of an introduction for those that might not be familiar with you.
All right. Well, I'm Ruggie. I am from the United States. I'm in Florida, Eastern Time. I am an engineer for my main job, and then otherwise, I have a bad addiction to Clash of Clans.
Oh, this is your second job?
This is my second job. Yes.
I put together some questions for you, all right? So
All right.
let the audience get to know you a little bit. When did you start clashing?
I actually started playing Clash of Clans at the end of like 2013. I remember pretty well because I was on a family vacation out in the mountains and bored out of my mind because it was terrible weather and we couldn't get out of the house. So picked up the game and just started playing and was addicted ever since.
Damn, there was cell service in the mountains? Really can
Rarely.
clash anywhere. All right. Well, how many accounts do you have now?
Now I have two max 16s and probably another 30 something other accounts, give or take.
Jeez. Do you play them all?
Um, I play probably 6 of them religiously, and then a lot of them are just kind of like fillers and different things like that for like FWA, Far More Alliance clans.
Understandable. All right. What's your favorite soda? And I ask this because, I'm just a little throw out to there's another podcast, some other Clash podcasts out there that ask, Pepsi or Coca-Cola. And I don't know, like myself, I'm neither. So, and I think I'm just curious, like Fanta's good. So, what's your favorite soda?
Mine is actually Coke. I like Coke,
Oh,
and if I don't have Coke, then it is going to be probably Ghost Energy Drink or an XS, which I'm drinking XS now, which you can't see.
does that count as a soda? I get.
Look,
I mean, I guess if it's
it
carbonated and has sugar, I guess
it's good, close enough,
close,
you know.
right? Fair enough. God. All right. Favorite candy?
For me, Twizzlers is my mindless snacking candy, and then I go for a Twix.
Oh, licorice? Oh, I gotta disagree.
I,
Oh God, that is not.
I think it's best if we end the podcast here. That's it. Yeah, let's let's call
Yeah,
it
yeah.
a
We might
day.
have to get a different
Oh
guest. What
no,
the hell?
Oh dear.
Wow. Damn. All right. If you could remove one thing from the game, what would it be?
builder base all day long. I don't
Well,
like
I
it. I
guess you
feel like
wouldn't be
it's like,
alone there.
yeah, I feel like it's the redheaded stepchild in Clash. Also, I'd say hero regeneration time for friendly challenges. Why do we need a regen time for a friendly challenge on heroes?
Yeah. Although, like, being able to use them while they're upgrading was really nice this month. So,
Yes,
I mean,
that was
I think I
amazing.
could live with that. I mean, the regeneration time is sucks, but I mean, the upgrade time's a lot more,
Yeah, that's a huge bit.
which hopefully we get that eventually. Which that's gonna be ending here in a couple days. And like, actually, how has that affected? I guess your family this month. Like, have y'all been able to do bigger wars or had more people warring or?
Definitely allowed us to have more people worrying, and it just made it a lot smoother instead of, oh, I have to go to this clan or that because of my heroes are down, because we have multiple clans based on heroes are down wars or heroes up wars, so everyone can just stay in war where they want and makes it so much easier.
Yeah, especially with the ores and everything.
Yes.
Any other games that you play besides Clash?
Mobile games, not really. I put so much energy in that, but if I have time, I'll play like a Rainbow Six Siege or Elden Ring or some other games on computer. But not a lot of time on it. This spends a lot of my days.
Yeah, I feel that with Clash, especially between like the game itself and then all, like Discord. I was playing Fortnite with somebody in Clash the other day.
Oh,
So
okay.
hey,
Exciting times.
God,
Exciting
I
times for
haven't played
Magic.
that in so long. Huh?
Exciting times for you.
Yeah.
Among Us
Guess
is a
I'm
fun game to play with the family on Discord.
Yeah, that's a throwback.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
What is your favorite moment in Clash? And like, I mean, whether it's maybe like something happened in your clan, something personal, or maybe just an update in Clash that happened.
I mean, for me, it's the introduction of wars was a huge thing way back in the day. I mean, that brought a new strategy and excitement to the game. But I like looking back of where we came, where I started. It's like, all right, cool. This is where I started. I was just this one single account, and
Yeah.
now I'm like, holy crap, I have a lot of stuff to manage.
I know, I feel that. Like, I remember starting out and God, like the global chat days, and unfortunately I wasn't really there for when the wars came out. I guess closest, or even I wasn't even there for Builder Base. So I guess for like myself, the closest similarity would be like Clan Capital,
Okay.
which I guess was kind of big for the game, but probably not on the scale of wars.
Right, right.
So,
Yeah,
but
global chat, I definitely remember it well. That was a fun aspect, and I definitely could tell why they removed it. But
yeah,
it was
yeah,
so awesome to troll people. I mean, I was one of the trolls on there.
yeah. Now we got Discord to troll people.
Mm.
Yep.
Oh God. What's kept you playing all this time though? And I think all of us probably are in a similar boat, having played for so long, but like what's kept you playing all this time?
Originally, when it was just me, I would take my breaks here and there. It was the addiction of the game. But now, as I'm sure you guys realize, is as you grow a clan family or a bot or something like in that scenario, you have a lot of people that depend on you. You have people that's looking up to you. So it's like now with a larger family, I'm here for the people. I'm here to
Yeah.
help grow it because of the people. So that keeps me in daily.
Yeah, like the community,
Yep. Yep.
right? Have you listened to previous episodes of our podcast, or do you listen to any other Clash podcast, or
Dude,
have you?
I'll be honest, I haven't ever listened to any podcast.
Oh, okay. Dang, we're gonna have to. That's like strike two.
We're gonna have to convert
Right,
him.
right.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. One more chance on the final question, Ruggie, or that's it. That's it.
And I guess getting back to like your history in the game, where have you played in the past? And I guess I'm kind of asking like, how did you like like what was the lead up to where you are now? Any clans you played in the past, or maybe other alliances you were in?
So for me, I am definitely not a hopper. I started out in a clan back in the day called Superpowers. They died out within a year, moved over to the 1%, and I love that clan, was there for quite some time until 2021, and then just our visions kind of was differently. I felt like we could have more things running. I felt like we could build a bigger community, and that's when I started Discord, and we kind of split off from there because just leadership differences, and they were like, "You just want a following of people on Discord." I'm like, "No, I feel like we could help people do more stuff." So
Yeah.
went to Discord, and then after that, kind of we separated, and I did kind of my own thing and grew it from here.
Do you keep in touch with any of those people anymore, or any of them still play, or
A
maybe in your
lot of
clans now?
a lot of them have. Well, some of them have actually followed me. One of them lives about 15 minutes from me, so I keep in touch with him. But he kind of quit playing the game, and then every now and then we reach out because most back then we just shared each other's numbers, so we just texted each other,
Yeah,
and
pre
so
Discord.
yeah, pre Discord. But yeah, that was fun. Also sharing. Yeah, here's my cell phone number. Sharing in game chat.
Yeah, it's always interesting hearing about like pre-Discord. Like some people did some like wild things. Like I don't even know. Like did have a community like on Kick or Facebook or like Instagram DMs or like people did some crazy
Yeah.
stuff to get themselves together. Like anywhere. But
Yep.
Discord's been great for that. I mean, actually, I guess what got you on Discord? I mean, for like myself, I was um building up a clan, right? And
Mhm.
somebody was like, "Hey, do you have a Discord?" I mean, so in my case, it wasn't anything crazy. Just somebody suggested to me. But um, was there anything that like got you on Discord?
Honestly, it was originally um just a separate chat for our one clan, and then where we stored everybody's numbers. So that was amazing.
That sounds
And
You're
real
then
using
secure.
Discord to facilitate your
Is that
phone
a
calls
database?
or text.
Must have
it
missed
was
it.
literally a database for the entire
Oh
clan leaders
man.
of everybody's cell phone number.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, fantastic. Yeah. Wow.
Oh man, you had to call them up whenever they miss a attack.
Oh yeah, we would blow them up.
Going around like cold
Oh,
callers, trying to reach them all. Yeah.
Ruggie's actually like one of those like call scammers.
That's what he's doing
I
all
was
day.
Beyond
trying to
Discord.
reach you.
That's why he's got that nice little headset. That's why. Yeah.
Exposed. All right.
Trying to sell them
So
solar panels.
I guess that kind of segues into, where is your family, Arcane?
Mhm.
I guess what got you, like what made you start Arcane? And or why and how did anybody help you start Arcane? Um yeah, just kind of what was the origin story?
So with Arcane, like I said, when I split from 1%, I had this. I'm like, there's got to be more. There's got to be more than just this one clan that's in one game, in recruitment and stuff like that. So I started this, and then it took me a while to figure out a name for it. I was like, what do I want to name this thing? And everybody would throw me names. I'm like, dude, these suck. And for me, I liked Arcane. I liked the definition behind it and things like that. So in June of 2021 is I believe is when it was, if I remember right, is when I named it Arcane, and I just started growing it. And almost everyone from the clan just kind of was like, "No, we're out of this. We don't want anything to do with it." So I kind of did it alone at first. But quickly I started finding some friends and stuff that was like, "Hey, we want to do this. Hey, this would be cool." And for me, I started trying to go around and figure out who was what, who was where. I got a hold on the Discord Clash of Clans main server, and I just started going through the recruitment thing. Who has big alliances and stuff like that? And I started just reaching out to people. Hey, how's things going? Making friends, and just asking them where they've been, what was their challenges, and just picking people's brains so I could learn from there. And we just started picking up and growing. A lot of ups and downs along the way, but learned a lot. A lot of things was learned the hard way. But no, fast forward, here we are.
And like Obama and I talked about this last episode. I think like that's such a big thing. Like, and I wish there was more in the Clash community. And I think in the clan family space, I think it's gotten a lot better. But just working together, getting to like you can just do more working with other people.
Definitely.
Um, is there any? You said that you were going through there trying to find other alliances and see what they were doing. Was there any alliance or clan that kind of inspired you, or I guess you took inspiration from?
Originally, in the beginning, it's under different leadership now, but the person that helped me the most was King Debajit, which was one of the original founders of Divide by Zero. He basically was one of my closest friends at the time and helped me a lot, helped me figure out, okay, don't do this, do this. Hey, why don't you set up this channel, do this stuff? Just kind of guided me a little bit for a few months, and I was just naive and just listened to everything he said. And things started changing, things started going. There was a lot of politics got involved, and people was like, "Oh, he's copying this and that." It's like, no, 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 I'm just
Uh,
following. But I got after learning a lot from him, I started getting a hang of things myself. I was like, "All right, cool, let's go."
what are some of the biggest challenges of having a clan family, especially one of your size. And actually, I don't think we've really talked about this. I mean, what like how big is Arcane? And like do you like yeah, I guess um yeah, how big is Arcane? And what are some
Right now,
challenges that come with it?
we're about at 3,500 members. I think we have about 20 clans. Um, Probably one of the biggest challenge I would say that I tell everyone, because a lot of people reach out to me, how do you grow this? How do you do this? Is just being steadfast, not quitting. It's gonna suck. It's gonna get hard. So just know what you're wanting and move forward. But one of the biggest challenges I've known is people have lives. People quit. People move on. So some of my original people that helped me, they're no longer in the game. They're no longer here because they had to change. They had to move on. So that was probably the hardest part. Is just people quitting, honestly, and then finding new leaders to replace them.
Yeah. And like what would you say you would want like Arcane to be known for? Like just for maybe an outsider.
I wanted to be known for like a caring family that is welcoming and can help players from lowest town hall to the highest. Based on who I am, I want to be known to be more than just Clash of Clans. I want to be Arcane to be a place where people can create friendships and have an outlet to talk to others when they're feeling down. I want to do events to sponsor charities and kind of give back to the world. I want to Arcane to be a family that gives back.
Have you have you ever thought about trying to expand outside of just a Clash, or have you ever?
I thought about it a few times, but with that, I would need more leaders in that endeavor to
Yeah.
help because myself alone trying to expand out, I just don't have the mental energy to go to different games.
Yeah, yeah, it's a lot. And yeah, like you said about, just the whole consistency thing, I think that's a big thing for like anything, people have to know that they can rely on you. I probably
Exactly.
know that more than anybody.
Exactly.
Uh, and I guess how do you see like where how I've had this discussion with some people in the past. Where do clan families fit into the community? It's kind of like some people I've seen even put them on the tier of almost creators or but like what how do you see them fitting into the community? Are they an important part? And I guess what is your relationship with some other families or communities?
Um, well, I feel like the clan families are a huge impact on Clash, and they help players on a whole new level. Um, Getting into the game as a player or even as a clan leader is sometimes intimidating, and clan families help you through that and fill in a lot of the gaps. I honestly, personally, I think they're kind of higher than the creator level because creators are not in your back pocket to actually help you on a personal level all the time. Whereas clan families, you're right there all the time, and you can help guide some players and be more of a friend with them rather than just watching videos on YouTube and stuff like that. Now, whereas you're a creator, but you're a little bit different than most creators like on YouTube and stuff like that.
Yeah. Have you had any like I guess success stories with that, like helping a clan out, like taking them from one place to another?
I feel like a lot of the times, because we have now it's got to the point we're larger, so we have pretty much a lot of things more automated. So recruitment and stuff like that, we have things down pat, so we can help a lot of clans out. Where yeah, we have helped them grow from nothing to something quickly based on the knowledge we already have. The problem is we have a lot of clans that come to us and want us to help, and I'm like, I can't because you can't help everyone. So I base that on the qualities of the leadership. So I don't really interview based on a clan. I interview based on the leadership within the clan, and that's how I allow someone in the family based on their leadership, not based on what the clan looks like. Because I can help grow a clan, but I can't help teach a leader common sense.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you could put 50 members in there, but if the leader's just dead, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Um, yeah, I know. I see that. I used to see that a lot, or maybe even still do. People who oh, I just got back into the game. They pull up their, level 10 clan, and it's like them and two alts, and they're like, help me. And,
All the
they
time.
basically just want the clan filled. And it's like, you
All
got
the
to put in
time.
some work too. Yeah. And speaking of, filling clans, recruitment, perfect segue into recruitment. So, um, what how do you do recruitment? I mean, there's obviously the big ones like Reddit, Discord, in-game would probably be the big three. I mean, of course, there's I don't know. I think like Clash Champs has something, and there used to be like the forums, but I don't. I think those are really
Yeah,
about it nowadays. Reddit, Discord, and in-game. So,
right.
how do you use those, and what are what's your success with them, and how do you utilize them?
So I do all three: in-game, Discord, and Reddit. Everyone has to come to Discord, one way or another. So utilizing Discord, having the leaders recruit, and then bringing people. I mean, utilizing in-game, then have them recruit in-game, and then bringing them into Discord and getting them on Pact. Um, with FWA, we use Band a lot, which is a different app, and we also do the same thing and get them on Discord. Discord, of course, you have your general posts and stuff like that, but it's not as good just because it's just so saturated with so many people, and you have a lot of clan hoppers that's just not there to stay. For me, I found Reddit to be one of the best for recruiting, but there is a specific way to do it. How do you do it? So on and so forth. Because if they got to do it a proper way and have a proper procedure, and you have to have all your leaders active, and people flow in, and you get a lot of good players if they're following your kind of guidelines you put out. And that's where kind of a clan family helps. It's like, okay, we know what works, we know what doesn't work. Here's our templates, here's what to do, let's do this is how you should do it, here's a schedule of how you should post. And then once again on Discord, having a good quality interview process, because I know some people is like, all right, cool, Town Hall 16 came in, put them in this clan.
Mm,
I don't do that. I want to know where they're from, who they are, kind of get a vibe of their personality and stuff like that, because we have a lot of clans. Some people have different personalities, so they should be placed where personalities align. They should be placed where maybe time zones align, stuff like that. So having a good system in place has helped us a lot in recruitment. There is no right or wrong answer, and recruitment is, I think, is always going to be a challenge, but we have a pretty good
yeah.
system in place.
Yeah, I feel that on the personality thing. Like even when I just ran one clan, man, you get somebody and two people clash, and then I'm just sitting there
That's
Oh
like,
my
it.
god.
Yeah.
why can y'all not just be normal? Like just
Yeah, for real.
Two
For
can
real.
ruin
like
it for
just
50.
calm down, man.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
that serious. You it sucks because then you're left with like, okay, if I get rid of this one person, then this person's not happy, or if you keep them,
Yep,
you're basically left there choosing between two people, and it's horrible.
exactly.
Um, but on in-game, you said like everyone comes to Discord. Is that actually decently? Like, do you actually get a decent amount of people
All the time.
from like
It definitely
conversion, I guess,
helps.
from in-game to Discord?
Especially if you have a good active clan and you're saying, hey, you need to get on Discord. It's basically Discord or else you're getting the chopping block.
Yeah.
They hop into Discord all the time because they want to stay in the clan. So that's where it's good about having active clans is, all right, they're going to learn something new because they want to stay within your family. So it
Has that
happens a
gotten
lot.
easier? Has that gotten easier over time? Because I feel like in the early days, maybe Discord was just less known, and maybe has that gotten easier? Maybe as Discord has grown, and maybe more clans are using Discord or people even.
It does seem like recently people are more willing to make that transition. So I'd say
Yeah.
definitely easier than it used to be,
Yeah, I know some people are just like, I don't want another app on my phone,
for real.
which is like a fair enough, I guess. And I mean, I totally get it too. So there's some people who like literally just they just join that one server for their clan and that's it. You got a whole app just for that. So I
Exactly.
can get it. And on Reddit, um, I am kind of curious. I remember when I used to use Reddit, like a big part. You said that there's like a specific way you have to go around it, and I remember that a lot of people used to be very like they didn't want like copy, like they want a personal connection almost. Like they wanted you to DM them, or like they didn't just want like copy paste. Is that still very much a thing on Reddit where they want that like personal touch when you're recruiting them?
So yes, for us, like okay, once a week you're supposed to post for your clan. So we have that, and it has to have a specific template, and everything has to be approved by me or one of my leaders. So we have that weekly, but then commenting, we have a template, but it also gets personalized per person a little bit. So
Yeah.
based on the player, and we've had a lot of good luck as long as they use my template. My template works. It seems a little bit more personalized, even though it's a lot of copy paste. And we have a lot of people follow through.
That's good. So what are some pros, or like what are some pros and cons for these different avenues like Reddit, Discord, in game? I guess we can start with Reddit. Like what are some things you like about it, and what are some things that you don't like about it?
I like everything about Reddit. I hate the moderation of Reddit. Um,
Ruggie, how
the
could you?
I mean, what difficulties have you had with the moderation?
So with Reddit moderation, they don't really have a good medium of, oh, here's a smack on the wrist, you did this wrong. It's more like you were banned for 14 days because you put giveaways in your post or something like that. And if you have a couple issues, then they will ban your entire family. So that's why we are so specific of who's posting. I need to approve your post because if one clan messes up, they punish everyone.
Mm.
So that is a huge issue. I feel like there's a lot of flaws within the Clash of Clans Reddit, but
Yeah,
that's a story for, I guess, for
like
another day.
it's like corporal punishment. One person messes up and everyone's in trouble.
Exactly.
But and you know, I do sympathize just a little bit. You know, like people go out there and abuse the system and ruin it for everyone else. But
Of course.
it does um suck, I guess, for clan families where you got a lot of clans, and you know it's hard enough to manage the clans themselves, much less every single person inside them. And
Yep.
I've even heard stories of somebody goes out there and says, "Hey, I'm with this clan," and they're not, or I mean, I'm with this family, and then they're not, and then that gets a whole complicated thing.
Yeah,
Right. Because if in reality, I look at it in this direction. Okay, what if I was manipulative and I was mad at this family over here? I could go on an alt account and start posting like crazy for this
mm,
family and
Yeah,
ban the entire family, and they're like, "Who the hell is this guy?"
yeah.
yeah,
Well, and from what I understand, one of the issues too is not even necessarily the punishments. Like, okay, like this guy starts spamming the subreddit. Knock him
Yeah.
down. Don't let him post anymore, right? But then it's getting it resolved, and sometimes that can take
Oh my
weeks,
God.
a month,
yeah. Sometimes it's not even
and from
worth
what
it.
I understand, there's not a whole lot of, you know,
There's no
staff,
there's no
which
negotiation. That is the issue. You're kind of like you're arguing against a brick wall. You know, you can say whatever you want, but it's not going to affect it, is it? It's just going to sit there and put up its middle finger at you until you go away and leave it alone. And then, the ban will expire. And then after that,
Yep.
the thing is, the lengths, they just keep going up with it. So,
Yep.
and if you're like Arcane and you've got 30 clans, it's not really something that you can risk affecting, is it?
No. Yeah. Exactly. So it's
Yeah,
that is a pain,
could be.
and I wish they would
Yeah,
change that.
yeah, yeah. Key emphasis on the word
so
wish. Yeah.
so I guess that brings us to Discord. What are some pros and cons with that? I always felt like Discord was just like super super saturated, and that's probably just because every well, pretty much every clan family is on Discord. But
Right.
um, I don't know. Have you had success with it? What do you like about it? What could be better?
I've noticed with Discord, and a lot of this is in the testing phase still. Is with Discord, you got your normal post, and you have people come and go. It's not great with posting because so many people post and then commenting. If you say I'm looking for a clan, you have 100 people messaging you,
Yeah,
and it's just
yeah,
the members are overwhelmed. But I realize that having events, creating partnerships with other servers and stuff like that, and having something that draws people in has been a lot better at recruiting. Um, having something monetary value, something this, okay, we have this event going on, something like that. Having something that just makes people like, oh, that's cool. I want to join there, and just kind of let them passively join, not going out and reaching out to them, let them join on their own.
Yeah,
That seems to work the best.
passive
You know,
advertisement. Yeah.
it's interesting that you mentioned monetary value because this is something that I feel like I've seen proliferate a lot in the scene recently. Like whether it's, hey, I won't join unless you give me a gold pass, to as complex as like we are gonna run an entire tournament for our
Yeah.
family. And I personally get this because I get people, clan families messaging me, hey, will you donate money to my tournament? But I feel like there's been a lot of monetary incentive put into these. I feel like that's been a big thing, especially, I don't know, in the past year maybe. How has
Yeah.
that, have you seen that? How's that affected you?
So you do have a lot of people that come, like for instance, you have the hoppers and stuff like that that want to come just, hey, I'll play for this season for this amount. I personally push them away. I'm like, you're coming, you have to be here for this amount of time. You have to be a part of the family. I'm not paying you to stay. That's
Yeah.
just that's not good recruitment. Um, but as of what we've been doing with the events, we've gained quite a few leaders and people that want to stay because again, it goes back to your clan's active, your clan is busy, you have things going on. So people they get in there because of the event, then they're like, oh, this is pretty cool. Okay, I'll stay here. So it has helped a lot. Now with us being bigger, I get the same thing of, hey, will you sponsor us? Hey, will you do this? Hey, will you do that? It's like, dude, hey, will you sponsor us as an esports team? I'm like, who the heck are you?
You know what? It is
And
really embarrassing how many people go around asking for money, isn't it? It's just not on.
oh
You know
yeah,
I
those
just
league
I
servers.
yeah, I mean the craziest thing to me has just been like the thing I see the most, of course, is just the tournaments, man.
Ah,
Like
the
it
horrible.
feels like I think it feel like what has happened is you had all these people asking, like let's say like you, right? You may be like big tournaments like GCC or whatever, or Cosmo, or I don't even, God, I don't even know the big names
You've
out there,
named
right?
two.
And
That's good.
and
That's good. Yeah.
like the organizations, right? Like not clan families, like the organizations,
Yeah.
and asking for money from these clan families. And I think they were donating money, and now they're like, well, we have this money already. Why don't we just run the tournament ourselves? And it feels like every clan family out there is just like, oh, we got a tournament now.
There has been a surge. There has been a mega surge. Sorry. I think people do seem to think that tournaments is an easy way to gain that notoriety, but it doesn't really work that way. It costs a lot
Well,
of
right.
money and so much time and an entire staff team. I mean, Cosmo has 36 volunteers. It's not it that is about the same as quite a lot of clan families. It's not really just something that you can launch, is it? But everybody wants to go. You can't. I suppose you
well,
can't really fault them for wanting to try, but it's the ones that perhaps have spent about 2 weeks planning it and then have a go, and it's like, oh,
and if
yeah,
it doesn't go well, then it just damages your reputation. But
and costs you
they,
money. Yeah, it's a lose lose.
yeah.
Yeah,
See, for me, I kind of did the opposite because as soon as I started seeing a surge in it, I was like, there are tournaments everywhere. So we slowed down on tournaments. Like, all right, let's. There's enough things going on because we do have our esports team, so we'll join these little events and stuff.
Yeah.
But for me, I am very OCD with it, and I'm like, okay, if we're going to do a tournament, we need to have months planning, not just oh, we're popping something up tomorrow and let's just go. Because I've been in a couple tournaments, it was kind of like that, even with some big families, and I'm just like, this is absolute disaster. They have no idea what they're doing. It's just, and I'm not speaking bad about anybody. I'm not gonna say any names, but it's just like,
We want names, Ruggie.
did you?
yeah. Addresses,
No.
names, numbers. We want it all.
But it's just like, come on, guys. Like, when you do something, you got to do it right. And for me, like, we did a few tournaments, but I prize myself because we've done a couple big tournaments, and I was really happy because I had a couple big names in the scene come to me and say, "This is one of the best ran tournaments we've ever been in." And for me, I'm like in the background, I'm like, we're scrambling, we're getting things going, especially our first one. our very first event we did, I had Peter $17 team reach out to me, say how amazing it was. I had Tribe Gaming's team reach out to me, say how
Oh, nice.
organized it was, and I'm like, okay, this is cool. This is I prided myself on that. But in the background, we have no idea what we're doing, but we're trying our best to make it organized and perfect for the teams. And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, this was our first one, but we cared so much, we wanted to make it smooth, and everyone on the outside thought it ran perfectly. And I kind of look at that and I put that on everyone else. I'm like, why don't you prize yourself into this? If you're going to do this, put more pride and care into what you're trying to manage, because it's not just about getting a name for yourself. You're actually wanting the other players to enjoy what they're doing.
Yeah.
So, so
Well, and
once
I
I
think
saw,
some people do it for the Discord members too. Because I
yeah,
will.
Yeah.
I mean, running a tournament actually is probably one of the best way to get Discord members in your server. But guys, I think y'all gone too far.
yeah, and that's why we slowed it down. It was like, all right, let's not do any tournaments. There's tournaments everywhere. So let's calm down, and then of course we're going to do another one eventually. We don't have anything on the horizon right now. We work with Cosmo and stuff for some reason, and
Yeah.
other
Ooh.
Nobody knows why, but you do.
I am kind of curious about the whole monetary thing though. Like, does it really get people engaged? Like, like for myself, I sometimes think like, oh, I'll get like, because you get the families. They're like, okay, if you are the top donator, you'll get a gold pass. And I'm just kind of like, I'm
yeah.
gonna buy the gold pass anyways. But does that does that really motivate people? Or I guess sometimes I feel like these people put a bunch of money out there, right? Like 50
Yeah.
bucks, right? To be the top pusher or something. Does that really do you find that actually motivates people? And do you think
Surprisingly,
it's a
yeah.
positive thing, even? Because there's of course, people have I think a lot of people have negative impressions when it comes to like the global leaderboard or something in game, or these clans paying players. So how do you feel about it, like in families? Because it does feel like it is a more common thing in families now, and maybe to the detriment of smaller families who can't put up that kind of money or time.
Right, right. I feel like it has a huge impact, a lot more than I was expecting. A lot of people originally told me, "Oh, this isn't going to work. You're just going to get paid to play uh, players, yada yada yada." And
Hmm.
originally, I kind of thought that as well, but I was like, you know what? I don't know unless I try, and that's how I am for everything. I'm like, I don't want to just hear what you say. I want to try it myself. And I've got a lot of good players, and then I have I do the gold pass for the top donator. Now I have clans with 130,000 donations, and for one person, I'm like,
Fair enough.
bro. But I'm like, yeah, I want to reward you because now you're helping a hell of a lot on donations and stuff like that. And people, especially these people that are from like places where they can't afford Gold Pass and stuff like that, they literally, my 130K donator, he trains them up and donates. He doesn't use gems, he trains them
Wow.
and
Dang. Well, hey,
donates.
but I mean that the perks help. 20% less time, or even one gem donation. So
Yeah, so I'm
yeah,
like, yeah, you know what? I want to donate to you. I want to give you Gold Pass. But it does hurt at times, and I got to figure this out because I know for myself I can do better with having support of the community, like donations into a fund where here is our arcane fund to supply these events instead of just coming out of my pocket. So
yeah,
there is ways to get around it. It's just figuring out I'm not a good player. I'm not a good person to say, hey, can you help out with this? Can you help out with that? I just do. But I need to
yeah,
work around that because, yeah, I can't do it every month. But to answer your question, yeah, I see a lot of value out of it. I think it's great as long as you do it properly. Again, I'm still kind of in the testing phase, figure out what's good, what does it work. Definitely the donation gold pass is a huge one because I feel like it helps a lot. Not only in getting more players, but it also helps out with the clan because now you have somebody that's constantly donating, and I've noticed it's always the players that are from places they can't afford gold pass. That's the one that
yeah,
donates a lot
yeah.
because they're excited to get it. And I'm like, you know what? I want to reward you for being.
Wh- Which of course it sucks now. That's so much harder to donate them because they got rid of the third party stores.
I know, yeah.
God, I wish that
I miss that.
in the creator Slack, I was probably one of the first. I'm pretty sure I was the first person ever to just be like, as soon as I found out about third party stores, I was like, why is this third party? Like, why is this not a thing? And I'm really surprised that they even removed it. I mean, I heard that there was like some problems with like Brawl Stars, people abusing it and stuff, but
Yeah.
It was absolutely amazing. I loved it because it's like, all right, what's your player tag? Bam. I was like, that's amazing. Now it's like,
yeah,
all right,
You have to do
and
the
it seems like they
Supercell
made it
ID.
harder.
Yeah.
They made it harder to add you as a friend in the Supercell ID. Seems like because I'm like, what the hell? Now I gotta.
well,
Uh,
yeah. So from what I understand, the issue is like people donating a gold pass and then trying to go refund it, which so the person who bought it, they can refund it, it's whatever, but it's the person who got the gold pass and let's say they had it for a couple weeks now, what's Supercell supposed to do, pull it away from them? It's not their fault,
right.
they got donated. And I guess it's more tough than like even something like Discord, right, where like you're if I donate you Nitro and somehow refund it, like okay, you miss out on you know, oh no, your profile picture's not animated anymore or something, right? Oh no, you can't send emojis, but like in Clash of Clans, there's a whole economy and everything in game and
Yeah.
progress.
I mean, the
It's
reason
a
why they
game.
do that, just in case you're unaware, it's money laundering.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Or
Which
stolen
is,
credit cards and stuff.
yeah, ridiculous, isn't it? How is that even happening? I
Yeah.
mean, yeah. But I guess
That is crazy.
the easiest
It
solution is
sucks.
to get rid of
But
it rather than find a solution. But
Mm.
yeah, and but also I'm like, man, yeah, it kind of feels like global chat, right? Like it's
yeah.
easier to get rid of it than deal with it. But like, man, there's other companies to deal. Like I on the Discord, I know it's not a one for one, but like Discord lets you gift stuff and they don't care. Like
Yeah.
Mm.
I understand, it's not one for one, but like I don't know. You're the company, not me. You gotta figure it out, right?
Yeah.
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 And so actually, I'm gonna backtrack a little bit on the recruiting in game. We
Hmm.
went over Reddit, Discord. What are some pros and cons with in game? And then of course they've talked about adding or changing it up, improving it. So what do you think about the current system? Which I can't imagine is anything. I can't imagine there's a whole lot of positive to it. But
Right.
um, what could be better in a rework system? Of course we can't get. We're not probably not ever going to get anything like global chat again. But what could they do? Um,
They have a good foundation, but the found like they have a pretty crap foundation, honestly. But it has a good start. Um, so the biggest thing that they could fix is they need some kind of filters because right now you search for new players and you just get a crap ton of everything, which you're
yeah,
like, okay, I'm a Town Hall 16 only clan. Now I gotta search, keep putting these filters. Okay, I want this, and search again. Okay, search again, and it's a waste of time. Now, if they would add it where, okay, I'm looking for Town Hall 15 plus at this many stores and in USA only, or something like that. Give us filters based on the player. I really don't, even if it's just the first two, I only want to search for anything higher than Town Hall 15. I only want to search for anything with this many stores or above,
yeah.
or this many
And I,
trophies, not stores.
well, and I feel like one of the misconceptions people always get is like, oh, well, all the people are in clans. Well, if the person is active, they're gonna be in a clan, like more than likely. That's just
Right.
reality, Like, so,
And
and
being
because
able
that's
to
how,
search
and
on their rank.
yeah.
Like for
So
me,
maybe even just some type of search, like you're saying, a filter where
yeah,
even if they are in a clan, maybe some like competition, I guess, kind of like you can invite somebody, try to get them from another clan, I guess. But I feel like that's always been a big misconception is people just like, well, they're all in clans. Well, yeah, if they're active, they're in a clan. Like, I mean, the people who aren't in clans are probably dead, because what are you doing not in a clan?
Yeah.
I mean everybody like to say it. It's like recruiting is you basically are poaching from a different clan, no matter way
Yeah,
however you put it, and they are moving because they're unhappy with the current environment. So if they want to move, they're going to move anyway.
It's
yeah,
very true.
So
Yeah.
it's yeah, it's you're gonna like for me if they're not a co-leader and they're in a clan that has all Town Hall 13s and they're Town Hall 16, I'm recruiting that guy.
yeah. And
He's
I
middle of
mean,
the
do
list.
you think something like Reddit, kind of like the whole, like I guess, maybe even Discord a little bit, but like where you kind of post your clan and advertise it, like on maybe on a message board type thing? Do you think that could work well in game? I mean, there was of course, some leaks or whatever, people talking about maybe it being like that. Do you think something like that could work, or
I
would
don't.
be an
I
improvement?
I still think it's going to be because you get a little bit with posts, but not as much as actually actively reaching out unless you have like the events and stuff like that. Then you get more of the passive people coming through. But when you think about it, we only have a select base on Discord, and it's already saturated. You're doing
Yeah,
if you do posts in game, oh my god, it's gonna
yeah, that
be
is true.
absolutely. It's just gonna be scrolling. It's like I don't freaking know. Click. They're just gonna be. It's gonna be overwhelming.
Yeah,
That
I
that
guess it
thing.
probably wouldn't be much different than just going to the search bar and just picking a random clan, right?
Yeah.
Oh. Which I think they honestly tried to do something there, because like if you go to that search bar, it's always some different clans on top, and I think they try to promote them, but
I don't
I
even
don't
know the
know.
algorithm of how they're promoting each clan. I'm like, I don't know how this stuff goes through.
May pick a number.
Do you ever get like
Yeah.
random people just in game just randomly try to join?
Oh yeah. I mean, well, especially if you're for the clans that we run 50 wars. If we have like 49 players, people will just want to join. So like, oh wow, there's a crap ton of people, so they want to join. Or if you're on top leaderboards, you'll have 16s wanting to join. So it's always
Is it
based on if you're very active.
I'm kind of curious, like as a clan family, speaking of like full clans and managing members, to do well probably is fun for you, isn't it? Trying to move people between clans. That's
CWO is
always
the
been one
biggest
of my
headache
biggest
in my
pet
life.
peeves.
I
Yeah.
absolutely like. I know some people love CWL. It's the biggest stress in the whole game. I'm like, I hate CWL
It is. It
just
is a
because
lot
it's
of
so
stress.
stressful.
Yeah, and I feel like the repetition part of it too, even like clan games, like I feel like they should just make clan games an event like the other ones, like bring it back every so often. Or some, I feel like that's kind of been the thing with some of these things. Like like clan wars, people have their thoughts about wars or whatever, but it was kind of nice to add something to it. And after
Hmm.
so long,
Like,
you can even see
yeah,
that with multiplayer attacks, right, in the events. So
they have so many different things going on, and I do prefer just the events because yeah, clan games, okay, it's just repetitive. Raid weekend. The only reason why we're doing raid weekends is because we want the medals.
yeah, yeah. Are
Yeah.
y'all maxed in most of your clans?
Um, and like 3 clans were max.
Yeah, I've heard that from other people. They're just max, and then they're even maxing out they're donating to another clan and then maxing that one out. So it's
Yep.
really a bummer that they I don't know.
I like
It's
capital
almost
a
like
lot.
builder base again.
I like
But
it. I feel like it's definitely a good direction. It's just they need to focus on it a little bit. Don't keep giving
yeah,
us something and then forgetting it. Because that's, yeah, it's like build a base. All
Yeah.
right, here's build a base, and we forgot about it.
Whoops.
yeah.
We'll try again next year.
Well, no, and I've always thought too, like, man, if they just like it really comes down to what they put the effort into. Like
Yeah.
if they put the effort they put into home village, into builder base or clan capital, like everyone would probably be playing that. Like in Boom Beach, this is actually a thing. Like they have like a separate like mode, like their
Mhm.
builder base, and that's actually the more popular thing because it's got updates and the main village hasn't.
Interesting.
So, it kind of shows that that's kind of how it goes.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
sucks for, the people who like those game modes, but that's how it goes. So, but speaking of in-game, in a couple days here is gonna be the 12th anniversary. Is there anything I don't know that you'd want from the last couple anniversaries? Or anything to look forward to? I mean, of course they announced the if we get, I think it's 45 billion donations, we'll get a 12% boost the entire month. Which is like 12% off upgrade times. Um, which actually, if you have Gold Pass, that stacks to 32%, which is actually pretty huge. So I was thinking about looking at the math and honestly see like how many more upgrades you can knock out with 32%, and then maybe use some builder potions, or even I guess even if you use that stupid builder apprentice. I wonder how much
I
you could
have,
actually knock out if you stack everything together.
I
But
have not and refuse to buy Builder Apprentice. I am not
dude,
getting that thing.
it's annoying too. Like whenever I feel like every time
We had a whole topic
Uh,
about it,
You
didn't we?
every
click.
time you
Actually.
click on the town hall, that stupid dude pops up, right?
Yeah, he's like that annoying. He's like that annoying Riddle. Uh, uh, um, what is it? The goblin that they have every time in the event that you want to punch in the
Yeah.
face. That just, hey, I'll do this. I'll upgrade these for gems. I'll punch you.
Oh man, actually, I might actually complain about. I might actually put that in
And I
the
hate.
creator Slack because
I
like that is
absolutely
so
hate.
annoying every time I go to freaking click on the town hall. Dude, I feel like I just accidentally have him pop up all the time. I don't even have the dude. I don't want him.
Yeah, yeah. It was a horrible idea. I don't know. One of the things that I think would be cool, the biggest thing that's lacking in the game is always walls, 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 walls. So what I think would be amazing, like, okay, we have this 12th year anniversary. Give me 50% off of walls instead of me waiting for freaking Hammer Jam. Hey
True.
guys, 50% off of walls, only walls, because that's the biggest thing that lacks in the game, and everyone hates it the most. It's not hurting anyone to upgrade it, so give us more benefit every once in a while on walls.
We're
I
gonna,
would love it,
you're gonna have to wait till the 50th anniversary for that one.
dude, because they do need to change something on walls. It's like, okay, the next update is what? Gonna be 10 million per wall? Come on, guys, give me something.
I feel like people are probably gonna be whatever about the anniversary. Just I feel like everyone always compares back to the 10th anniversary, which was so huge. So I mean,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
guess we'll see, but I guess
that's
you
why
can't
I say
complain
it
about
should
free
be.
stuff, right? So
I mean, I like the obstacles. I was
that's
always an
true.
obstacle fan, but now I'm getting annoyed with obstacles because they're trying to grab money from people like me. That's like, I don't really want to spend on this, so we're now making you pay $5 for an obstacle. I'm like, I ain't buying
Well, I've
that
got a good
obstacle.
question for you, Ruggie. Did you buy the foot statue?
I did not.
Oh,
No?
I
I thought that'd be
is
your
this
no.
sort
still
of
in the
thing.
shop?
Everyone was going crazy over, so now I'm like, I refuse.
I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check if it's in the shop still.
No, it's now something else. I think.
Are you
Yeah,
worried you're missing
that's what
out?
I thought they changed it.
Magic's desperate for the
Did you
foot
buy?
thing. No,
Did you buy
no,
one?
no. I've
No,
got a little statue at
it's
home
now
instead.
Champion's Flame.
Champion's Flame.
Yeah.
Ah,
See, and that's just
they
I
they've
like the
got that over
obstacles. That was a
quick.
huge obstacle thing, but now having a rotation of 500 gems for a new obstacle is just it takes the specialty out of the obstacles to me. I'm like, okay, now you're
Yeah,
Well, it's no longer
I feel like it's
exclusive,
been
is it?
way oversaturated.
Yeah,
Like
exactly. Yeah.
because you got the ones that like spawn, and then there's the whole shovels thing, which at least they improved, and then
yeah.
like it's kind of like this 3x3 statue that they had that a lot of people were complaining
Oh
about,
yeah. Yeah.
which I think is stupid
Where
to
am I
complain
gonna
about,
put it?
but like, well, yes, there's that, which the whole thing where you can only fit so many you can only fit so many obstacle sucks, and that it's
Yeah,
only 2x2 there on the side, yeah, but also, um, like people love that dragon statue they did like six
I
years
was
ago.
about to say that's my favorite still. I'm like, that's my
Yeah, but I think part of that, aside from it being cool, was just that it was rare.
yeah,
Um,
and that's
like
what
at that point in time, like there just wasn't a lot of obstacles. Like
hmm
I mean, really, they had you could buy some here and there. Like that was one of them, and then there were a couple like the ones you can get in the CWO medals, right?
yeah,
And then besides that, it was just the one basically like actual obstacles that spawn. But now you got all the ones that spawn, and they do them for every single holiday. We're going on 12 years now, and then you got and like these events, right? Like it feels like every event with the like the monthly events or bi-monthly, the hero equipment events. Dude, they put like 5, 6 obstacles in there,
it
like
just
there's
it's
hundreds of obstacles at this point, and you can't even. It's just
see,
too
and I
many.
think that's where they mess up is they see something that the players like and they're like, okay, we're gonna give you more of it. It's like, well, now you took what we like and just made it where now it annoys us and now we don't even like them anymore. It's like just
Yeah.
one obstacle here and there is great. We love it. Giving us 10 obstacles a month, it's like, dude,
What are
what
you
am I
meant
gonna
to
do
do
with
with
this?
all of that? Yeah.
Well, and it feels weird too because you get a lot of these things to decorate your base for free or like semi-free.
Yeah,
So then when they do try to charge you for it, it's like
why?
That's
like
something I used to get for
yeah.
free, isn't it? That's something that's gonna stick with you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like I can get an obstacle through the event, or honestly, if you I think a lot of people honestly collect the ones that spawn. Those are
Yeah.
almost more special, because you actually have to play and be there
Yeah.
and
The
collect them.
spawning ones are what I cared about the most, honestly. And to me, the
Yeah,
spawning ones also shows your history of how long you've been playing too.
yeah. And you mentioned like the oversight, they're just giving us way too many. I'm at that point with like skins, like the only thing I buy anymore is the sceneries, to be honest, because
I'll get
there's
skins
too
if they're
many
really
skins now.
cool. Like my favorite skins still to this day is the magic skins, and then
Yes,
the
that is a nice set.
I love it. That was my favorite. Still is my favorite. And then the Egyptian set. Those are the only two I bought the full sets because I liked them. They did really well on them.
Probably one of the most annoying things to me though is that they have the stupid like release schedule. Like, so the gold pass, they changed it so you can get like immediately. But
Yeah.
now they made it so the rest of the skins like I don't know, it's so weird to me to like, okay, I can get the Warden skin or RC skin, whatever, on the like
Mm,
23rd of the month, and then like a week later it's just gonna be a whole new set. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's weird. Like honestly, if you just present it right there at the beginning of the month, you're like, here's 4 skins, these are awesome, maybe
Yep.
even a bundle, like I'd be a lot more tempted than like I'm waiting through the whole month one at a time. But
Also, it's like if you don't know where to find the leaks and stuff, and you don't know what they look like. For me, I'm like, I don't want to buy this skin because I don't know what the rest of them look like. If the other ones suck, I don't
yeah.
want this.
Oh, that's true. That's
That's a
actually
good
true.
point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good
Yeah.
point.
didn't even think about
Somebody
that.
always has a problem. There's always a problem with like one skin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Because if I get one, I want the set. So I want to make sure the set is good, not well, these weird looking.
Yeah.
I know people really like that Wild West Warden. Like some people weren't sold
Mm.
on the rest of them, but like the Wild West Warden was, and that was a pretty
Yeah.
baller skin. But
Yeah, it was.
and then this month it's weird. They gave us 3 skins, and then no RC, but gave us a builder machine
Builder
skin.
machine
Or
skin.
no, it was the not builder machine, the helicopter, whatever the hell,
Yeah,
battlecopter.
the thing that no one uses.
Yeah, so you can't even get a
Yeah.
full set this month. At least not for. They're
They'll
doing some
release
weird
it
stuff,
later.
man.
They'll be like, all right, 3 months down the road, hey, here's the skin for this. What's this for again?
I mean, maybe it's just this month though, because they had the whole hero thing. So maybe they're just testing out like, will people buy these obstacles from us? Will people buy a builder based skin from us? Like, I mean, maybe they're just testing out like, what the
I
hell will
hope
these
it's
people buy
just
from us?
testing. I really hope it's testing and not going to be
Yeah,
permanent because,
Yeah.
yeah. Don't waste your time on builder based skins. Sorry to all the builder based people out there, whoever you are, but
there's very few of them.
Yeah, I don't think
yeah,
they really exist, you know? They're just kind of, maybe they crawl out of the ground at night or something, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just kind of
Builder
appear.
base is great for clan games. That's all it's good for me.
Yeah, yeah, that is true actually. Very good
hey,
for
don't
clan
you want a
games.
skin while you're doing your playing games?
Oh
Oh
dear.
I
man.
don't even know what the second base looks like. I just drop Pekkas and close the game. I'm like, all right,
Job
Pekkas
done.
dropped, close the game. Three
Well, and
stars.
even the
Perfect.
pricing is so weird to me too. Like, it does not make sense to me that a scenery is what, $6, $7, and then
Right.
$6.99, I think, and then the skins are $10.
I
Like,
get to,
a scenery is so much more detailed.
especially if you have 4 skins,
Yeah,
that's $40 and just hero skins. I'm like, guys,
yeah. It's
you
been weird to me about how that works. I will always be an advocate of like, God, give us a bundle. Like, man, if you
that's
put
what I
like
would. Yeah,
$40 for like all 4 skins, or I mean like 35, I don't even know, $30 for all 4 skins, and I guess the thing is that one's in the gold pass, but I don't know. Give us a bundle. I don't know, $30 for all the
yeah,
skins and the scenery or something. Like, I don't know.
yeah. Something make it a little bit
Which they
make
did
it
that
beneficial.
once. They did it once, and then I don't know. Maybe they didn't make as much money, or people didn't buy it. I don't know. Sucks. But all right. Final question, buddy. What you know? All 3 of us here run our own little communities.
Mhm.
So, what is there anything I've seen I've seen like you like sponsor some stuff with Cosmo. What's your relationship with like Cosmo? in the past, current, future?
Well, we were talking earlier about those people that reach out asking for money, and
Obama's one of them.
I
yeah,
am one of
Obama's definitely one of
them.
he's
I'm the
one of
chief
those.
offender.
Hey, he did the same to me. I'm broke now. I'm living out of a box.
For real.
That's good. That's good. That's what I like to hear.
So, like I was saying before, there's so much effort that goes into tournaments and things. There's so many. Obama, he definitely his Cosmo doesn't isn't the only one out there, but we built a relationship beforehand, and I know that he has that level of OCD of making sure things are ran right, and that's something that I respect, and that's kind of why we built a relationship because if he does something, he wants it done right, and I want to give into that because now he's helping us with tournaments and all that stuff. He's doing this stuff. I know it's going to be ran right. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to stress about it. It's done right. So I want to sponsor that. I want to give money into that. Um, because I know he cares. He has the mentality I have. This is my baby. I'm going to do the best I can. And if I screw up, it's on me, but he's going to blame someone else anyway. But, you know,
Spot on. It's never my fault. We all know that. It's fact. It's written in the Bible, I think.
but no, I mean, right now, relationship will probably continue to grow.
Thanks, hun.
One of my favorite things about Obama is anytime I mention Obama to somebody that doesn't know him, they always think it's like some political joke or something.
You know what? I
Like,
have a
is this a
question.
joke? Like,
I have a question.
uh,
Why did you even go with that
yeah, no,
name?
I get this a lot. It was back in 2020 during COVID times, and I needed a new name. My old one was like Winner01, which is something I made when I was 11, and that's awful. It is. It's actually worse than Obama, which I didn't realize was possible. And then I thought, well, what's like trending at the time? And at the time, it's just a load of Obama memes. So I just went,
Oh God.
yeah, Obama. And dur- during lockdown, everybody got into that weird Minecraft obsession for like 2 months, and yeah, I I recreated an account, and that was my name, and it just stuck on Discord. And then after a certain point, I have considered changing it, but it's the damage is done.
You should.
The
No,
damage
no,
is done
you
now.
should.
I I I can't. It's now embedded into all of the branding, which is unfortunate because
you just,
I don't think
I
we look
mean,
alike.
you
There's
just have to change
No,
it to
no.
whoever the current American president is.
Oh,
Oh
careful.
please.
No, that was
Oh
gonna
God, no,
get
no, no.
no, oh, no. It's gonna get
It can
complicated in
get worse.
November. Uh, oh God, but yeah, no, it's an interesting one to even try to explain or justify. But
Yeah, yeah.
yep, yep, it is embarrassing in case you're wondering. Yeah,
I always wondered why you did that. It's like just
self-hate
uh
maybe. I'm not sure why I
I
did it
think
to
so
myself.
because I hate referring to you. Like, yeah, the Obama Barack? No, no, no,
No,
this idiot.
no, just this guy in the
No,
UK. He's
almost
not even
always the
American.
question is the president.
No, it's this wanker over here.
Yeah, it's this British guy. He wants my money again.
Yeah, that's the even crazier thing. You're not even American.
Yeah, I
For
know.
real.
It is a bit weird. It's like you guys naming yourselves after one of our prime ministers. I mean, I
Hey,
bet
don't
I
tempt me.
bet you guys can't even name one. So,
No.
Boris
Think of
Johnson.
hey, there you go. Well, that is a few years ago, but you on it there, Magic. You on it.
Yeah, there we go.
But well, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. That is our hour with Ruggie done. It was good fun. We learnt a lot. We know his inner secrets, what he's been hiding all of these years, and we are delighted to be able to share it with you on this podcast. It's been a fantastic little one. We're going to be looking for some new topic ideas. If you have any suggestions, pop one of us a message. Not Ruggie though, because he won't be here again. But Magic or
Yeah, he
myself.
was real close. He didn't get the third strike though, so
Yeah, we might have him back again. Yeah, yeah, it's possible. It's possible. We'll get back to you on that there, Ruggie. I'll send you an email. But yeah,
Hey,
fantastic little episode. Thank you for joining us. And we'll see you all next time. Thank you and goodbye.